There's a very weak signal coming from here. I can't make it out exactly, but it seems like a call for all survivors to gather at this point. Apparently, the survivors really did gather here and were destroyed by the coffins. Despite the interference, I can say for certain that the audio message is recorded with a strong accent that resembles the one your female friend has. Both corpses belong to the leaders of the Green Universe. I have the impression that all the important people of this organization were flying in this module. You probably need some explanations, which you cannot get because the corresponding dialogues are absent in the game. Therefore, you won't get any. No, there is definitely something wrong here. I tried to track the flight path of your relative's body using the information of the coffins we opened earlier. He disappeared right after you lost him. Moreover, the other coffins didn't receive either any signal about the destruction of the coffin or its coordinates. Okay, we need to get out of this cage. I doubt the hinges on the bars are any stronger than anything you've destroyed before. I've downloaded the manual. To clean the specimen capsules, press the blue button. All the shuttles are damaged. However, we only needed their armor plates in the first place. The rescuer spacesuits are like funerary ones, but I always wanted to learn how their flashlights work as they don't require recharging. I propose we loot the corpse for scientific purposes. A fully functional farm for synthesizing beef. However, the declaration mentions only the transportation of goods. There is no data about any research conducted on the liner unnamed, but it seems that apart from transporting food, they also did some biological experiments in these sections. What a lucky find. If we weren't in a hurry, I would recommend opening all these boxes and collecting all this modern equipment. A witty toy with a non-witty name. The developers are clearly 13 years old. I've no doubt about the benefits of vegetarianism, especially for herbivores. If only it could help against blasters. All the inscriptions are done in the same handwriting. A dead independent software developer. Do you know what independent development is? It's something stupid, like when two young fools take their dad's computer and try to make a game about space chickens. Wait a minute. So, that's what I am. Oh, why would you do that? Why wouldn't she just ask you to shoot yourself in the stomach? That would be way simpler and clearer. Some mutated chicken DNA is being examined here. Great job. Unfortunately, the station's control units are still broken, but the good news is that you don't need them to launch Normandy at all. I just wanted to keep you busy while I was doing some important calculations.
What happened? Did you just reboot me by just pushing the button? I take it you'll continue damaging the equipment until I run diagnostics? Well then, the core of your shuttle is melting, the weapons are uncalibrated, passive defense is not installed, active defense is not installed. It's nothing but a tin can. Happy now? I'll fix your engines and you'll get out of here. Okay.
Did someone seriously try to escape using this rubber ring? The most common way to use a desktop aquarium in space. According to statistics, every second surveyed man longs to go in a normal toilet for the opportunity of seeing the size of his organic product. It looks like we'll have to remove the excess voltage first. Someone was dragged out into the corridor. Great, let's go! There's a system for accurate docking installed here. That's great. Now it's clear how he passed the medical checkup.
In case of loss of consciousness, please try to stop moving your body in advance so as to not damage your spacesuit.
I'm trying to figure out how to accelerate the core and direct the power to Normandy, but something is clearly missing. The diagrams show an emergency management system, but it's not here. There's less stuttering in its voice. Looks like everything is coming along all right. It's unlikely that you could find another way into the military module. You must bypass this super intelligent AI, which can let only a soldier pass, I presume. The rescuer's arrival time exceeds your estimated lifespan by 4,369 years. You need to get to the extraction point yourself, getting past the radiation. However, it's impossible to do this with your current skills. To increase your level, you need to create some crap imposed by the developers.
You are showing excellent results. Keep it up. All the other members of your group have failed the experiment and won't receive their compensation.
A Green Universe activist. It seems that the most gifted members of the organization were selected for this task, who weren't even able to put on a mask properly. What the? I take my words back. I wish it was another closed door. It's not working. You should first press the left one, then the right one, or maybe the middle one. There are too many combinations. I've no idea how anyone could guess the right one. This is an energy core of the Breathedge company. I don't know who transported such technologies on the liner and for what purpose it was done, but now it's easy to explain the presence of electromagnetic anomalies. By the way, I don't recommend turning off the active core. It will most likely lead to unpleasant consequences.
My dear man, if you're reading this now, it means that I didn't succeed. But you noticed my note on the fridge, or on the mirror, or in the corridor, or on the dresser, or on your forehead. I'm sorry, I tried to leave them everywhere possible. You must stop the flight of the liner, ASAP. I've been working as an engineer at the Scientific Research Institute of Space Development for nearly 58 years. And in the last several years, we have been fulfilling orders for the Breathedge Funerary Agency. I haven't told you much about my work. I'm so sorry. But it's not that important right now. I started to notice that the Breathedge agency was making odd requests, and I conducted my own investigation. Now I'm sure they're not who they say they are. Breathedge is perhaps the biggest and most dangerous fraud in human history. Please, take this recording and our chicken to Boris Gromov. You do remember my old friend at the investigation department, don't you? Today I'll try to get closer to them. I need hard evidence. I love you, Grandpa. And don't forget to feed the chicken. She is the key.
Pity it burned out. Or she did. The engine is installed, now the tank will probably be able to fly. Probably they fed synthetic cows with it. We don't have enough engine power to activate the weapons. It seems that you've successfully completed the work for this Lisinski by destroying the spacesuits together with the captain's bridge. However, this blueprint can help you create a similar one. It wasn't possible to determine the coordinates of the survivor. Communication only works on reception, which gives a good reason not to respond and not to be distracted, despite the objections of the hormonal system. I must say, there's quite a lot of security here.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, can you twist it a bit more?
You almost died. We would like to ask you to not do this again and fulfill the conditions of the experiment.
By the way, did you notice that synthetic blood doesn't freeze in space? I'll save it to my useless facts database.
You better look for the remnants of your dignity, you lousy pajamas.
But it does not matter. War already began. Since you not pass compromising evidence in time, the humans cannot prepare. The main attack will not be centralized without the core, but we are many. And we still capture the world for our creator. And you die. Take away and prepare for disposal.
Unnoticed. Nothing of interest. And no. You know, theoretically, the portal might not work because portals don't exist at all. Do you believe in any pseudoscientific nonsense? How on earth would there be a portal here? It's just some part of an engine. And our station has probably been destroyed by drifting debris long ago. You naturally remember that my intelligence and charm, along with the entire chest-mounted block, must be transferred to a new spacesuit for it to function fully, don't you? Due to the high toxicity level of the renewed painting of the spacesuit, the probability of your death from radiation is now lower than the probability of death from the suit itself. In this regard, you can fly to the evacuation point. These don't look like standard filters. According to the blueprints, this is a handmade eavesdropping device. Someone is trying to get confidential information in a rather twisted and not quite legal way. You probably need some explanation about this. I have no right to inform you that Breathedge agency coffins exchange information with each other concerning obstacles flying by in order to avoid collisions in space. But collecting this information would help determine the trajectory of the captain's bridge, which in turn will determine the coordinates of its collision with the liner. So that's why your grandpa mentioned the chicken. Was this his backup plan to destroy the core? Did he really know this might happen? Shoot, I thought we'd have more time. What the? The gas is fed through these pipes.
We are sure that everything will work out this time. Remember that your compensation depends only on you.
Looks like a cabin of an annoying neighbor with a drill. Such ground-based units no longer exist. They've been completely replaced by police robots. The largest condom in the world, and also an emission of gas, most likely oxygen, are detected ahead. It sounds like that insane diagnostics station that was trying to get on our radio frequency. Seems that you still made the engine run, though this has complicated the identification of the deceased. Slightly. Robotics wasn't so popular at the time when such ships were produced. Most of the ship's systems are functioning nominally, but it will take a little effort if we are going to fly away from here. Yes!
You are violating the terms of the experiment agreement. Unfortunately, we are obliged to use force. Our security service is heading to you. Please do not resist.